There are a lot of amazing facts of the Pokemon world, some of which you know, some of which I guarantee you've never heard of. What do I think are the 50 most amazing? Well, just look at these. Ash's original name was Casey. Victini was created specifically for the 14th Pokemon films. It wasn't added to Black and White until late in its development. X and Y were in development before Black and White, its predecessors were. To date, every series of the anime except Diamond and Pearl has had at least one episode that never aired, even in Japan. Ash's Japanese name, Satoshi, is based off the creator of the Pokemon series, Satoshi Tajiri. There is an actual card that was printed which depicts a naked Misty. The current English voice of Ash, Sarah Nattichaney, was only 19 when she began voicing him. Mew was programmed into the original Generation 1 games without Nintendo's permission or even their knowledge. It was actually a pretty risky move since it was put in after the debugging program was uninstalled. There have now been more episodes dubbed by the Pokemon Company International than were dubbed by 4Kids. If no Pokemon main series game is released in 2014, it'll be the first year this does not happen in America since 2008. The chance of a Pokemon Super Smash Bros. Containing Mew is 1 in 151 in the original games, 1 in 251 in Melee, and 1 in 493 in Brawl. This is equivalent to the number of obtainable Pokemon in each respective game's generation. There were originally 190 Pokemon planned for Generation 1. 39 of these were removed and some have never been seen since. Others, like Scizor and Smeargle, were released in Generation 2. Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever created. Due to the way mechanics worked in Generation 1, there was a 1 in 255 chance of a Master Ball failing. There's an unused ability, Cacophony, which works identical to Soundproof. Even though they have existed since Generation 1, Barrage, Leech Life, Struggle, and Kinesis have yet to be seen in the anime. The most subscribed PokeTuber is J-Witch, who is about to hit 1 million subs. Good luck, man! When it was first released in 1999, Pokemon the first movie set a record for the highest grossing opening weekend for an animated film. The record was shattered 2 weeks later by Toy Story 2. The GS Ball was originally supposed to contain a Celebi, but after it was decided Celebi would be the star of Pokemon Forever, the GS Ball was given to Kurt in the hopes that fans would forget about it. The only two people to win the Pokemon World Tournaments more than once are Jason Klasinski and Ray Rizzo. Both have won 3 times in the trading card game and video game tournaments respectively. The series premiere for the XY series, Kalos, Where Dreams and Adventures Begin, was the 800th episode of the anime. This makes Pokemon the 13th longest lasting anime of all time. Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, the 8th Pokemon movie, was nominated for the American Anime Award for Best Film but lost to Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. The Pokemon Adventures manga has been described by creator Satoshi Tajiri as the canon most like his original concept of the Pokemon universe. The first death scene in the Pokemon anime was that of Amber in the prelude to Mewtwo Strikes Back. Pokemon was the second most searched topic of the internet in 1999, only after porn. Don't Say You Love Me by M2M was a hit song over a year before it was released as a single thanks for its connection to Pokemon the first movie. Smosh, the second most subscribed YouTube channel of all time, began with a video where they lip-synced the original Pokemon theme. To date, there is no Poison-type legendary outside of Arceus holding a Toxic Plate. The only pure flying type wasn't introduced until Generation 5, Tornadus. This is outside of abilities and attacks that temporarily change a Pokemon's type to flying. Generation 5, which introduced the most Pokemon, was followed by Generation 6, which introduced the least. Mew was the very first Pokemon to receive a trademark in 1990. The Computer Soldier Porygon episode, despite popular belief, did not give hundreds of children seizures. About 24 got actual seizures, while the rest complained of mild headaches, which prompted their parents to take them to the hospital. To date, it is unknown what forced Brock to leave Professor Ivy. In Pokemon Adventures, the oldest Pokédex in existence is owned by Yellow. This is basically the equivalent of owning the only first edition Charizard card left in the world. Disney owns the distribution rights to the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th Pokemon movies. In Pokemon Heroes, the earliest drafts of the script had Ash capture Latias and take her with him on his Hoenn journey. Herman Cain quoted lyrics from Pokemon 2000 in his 2012 campaign speeches for president. KZ Rogers is the only dub actor to provide a voice in every Pokemon film. Wooper can learn Ice Punch, and Raikou can learn Tail Whip. Due to Meowth learning to talk, he is unable to learn any new moves. The sight of Ho-Oh in episode 1 of the anime was the first time any exposure was made of Generation 2. The anime was only supposed to last a year and a half, about the same amount of time that was supposed to pass on Ash's journey. Due to the Porygon episode and the popularity of the series, it was changed. The first movie was supposed to be the series finale, and several scenes needed to be reworked or even deleted to avoid this. Almost 16 billion Pokemon cards have been created. That's almost 1 billion a year. Potion, a scientifically created medicine, heals 20 HP. Regular water heals 50 HP. The longest single road in any region is in Sinnoh, Seabreak Path, which requires the event item Oak's Letter. Hoenn has not yet been confirmed. Amazed? A review of the top 100 Pokemon of all time by IGN placed Charizard at number 1. Pokemon the first movie is the highest grossing anime film of all time in North America. Perhaps the most amazing fact? Male Gardevoir exist. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you want me to do this again, be sure to mention it because this was honestly so much fun. Is there anything you think I missed? Let me know. I'm really interested in seeing what you have to say. Remember, it has to be really amazing, not just interesting. Anyway, so that about does it. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.